Prakash, please introduce yourself.
Sir, I belong to Devagad district. I have done my schooling from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Devagad. Then I did my plus 2 from BJV Junior College, Bhubaneswar. After that, I pursued my BTech in Civil Engineering from NIT Rourkela. These are all about my educational background, and my hobbies are like I like to play badminton and also musical instruments like harmonium, piano, melodica, and piano, melodica, and such wind instruments.
What are you doing? You're such a bright guy. You passed out from NIT. From 2018, what are you working somewhere?
No, sir. Actually, after graduating from NIT, I prepared for engineering services.
Okay.
However, despite trying with all efforts, I was not successful.
Okay.
And then after 2022, I started preparing for this service.
So let me ask you a couple of questions from current affairs.
Yes.
Okay? Now, there is a lot of hue and cry after. You relax absolutely.
Yes, sir. Sure.
So there is a lot of hue and cry after this horrific raid in Calcutta. So many people believe that our laws are not sufficiently stringent, apart from the workplace inadequacy. So there is a perception that the laws that we have today are not sufficient deterrent to stop this kind of crimes. Can you tell me what is the existing law in this? Have you understood the question?
Yes, sir.
That we have a set of laws. IPC has some provisions for it, and then we have also law in place. There's an act for this, which is supposed to deal with this particular kind of cases. Can you tell me what is this law?
So, sir,
Have you understood the question?
yes, sir. What are the legal provisions you are asking?
What is the present legal provision for which will act as a deterrent to such sexual crimes?
Sir, in IPC, I am not able to recall that particular.
375.
Okay, sir.
This is a basic section.
Yes, sir. So that has been provided as a legal guidance.
IPC. IPC 375. Yes.
Sure, sir. And apart from that, constitutional provisions like 1516 also provides that is not related to.
1516 is having some provision regarding
Due to-
sexual exploitation. It talks of non-discrimination.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't talk of any sexual
Criminal activities.
criminal activities. Prevention
Sir,
of
there is also one
prevention of sexual
harassment at workplace.
in workplace. This was when? This was why was this?
Sir, this was after the Visakha incident. The Supreme Court gave
Gave this
judgment.
after
And
this judgment.
yes, sir. Visakha guidelines also has been.
Good. So that is what I was looking for. You just say that section 375 of IPC basically covers the concept of rape. What are the crimes which would be, that has been amended subsequently, the scope has been amplified, and the Prevention of Sexual Act of 2013,
So,
after the Saga guideline. Now the Supreme Court, when it heard the case suo moto, made certain remarks. Apart from constituting a committee, it also made a very important remark there. Have you understood? So they constituted
Yes,
a
sir.
committee to give a report as to how things can be improved. They gave a deadline. So, but they also made a very important suggestion.
sir, I'm not sure about that particular point. However, I think that they adjudicated that the governing authority in any organization should be responsible, and
No,
they,
that is okay. No, tell me something very interesting they mentioned. Something they mentioned, very interesting thing they mentioned, and there was a case in the Supreme Court judgment on that.
sorry, sir,
No,
I'm not
this
able to
is
recall.
anonymity of, that means you cannot publicize the details of the affected person. Anonymity. That means you cannot put up the picture, you cannot take out the name,
Sir, basically right to privacy should be
That is right to
respected.
privacy. This is the thing. That is the right to privacy. And right to privacy was promulgated when?
Sir, this was after the judgment, Supreme Court judgment in Aadhaar Act.
What is that? Popularly known as some.
Sir,
No, you are right.
sir, he was also in Supreme Court judge. And
He was a High Court judge.
oh, sorry, sir. Put to Swami judgment, sir. I was not able to recall.
No issues at all. Because these are important cases, and I think, you see, wherever there is, you're a bright guy, you're an extremely bright, you just relax. Wherever a current event is happening, which has a relevance to a Supreme Court judgment, please remember the linkage.
Definitely, sir.
They'll remember the linkage. So they would immediately ask you, see, I'm a civil servant. I was a civil servant. I retired at the level of additional secretary in the government of India. So,
Yes, sir, I know.
So immediately you need to link it with that. Now, right to privacy, is it there in the Indian Constitution?
Sir, intrinsically it is not in the Constitution.
Very good. Very good.
However, right to life under Article 21 has a bigger ambit.
Okay.
So in that ambit, it covers this.
Excellent. Excellent. Anything else the Supreme Court has said where the ambit of right to life has been expanded?
Sir, presently right to free air or environment.
Wonderful. Anything else? Which is the first one that they say it is the right to life? If you can say this, you are through. 100% true. What are the first article? What are the first judgment where they said that this kind of a thing
Sir,
must be a right to
I
life?
think Menka Gandhi judgment.
No, that was not Article 21. That was not Article 21. They referred to linkage.
19.
That was for freedom of movement.
Yes,
Article
sir,
19.
19.
That means you have a right to travel abroad. Though
Sir.
I am a student of economics,
Sir.
I teach a constitutional law. Okay.
Sir.
So Article 19. That means right to move abroad
Sir.
is also a part of the fundamental right. That is what that was Menka Gandhi's case.
So also the court opined that the mere animal-like behavior should not be promoted by the authority.
Wonderful. No, I mean you have a good sense, but that was not where the Article 21 was expanded.
So,
Right to Education Act.
okay, sir.
Education. Unni Krishna. That right to education is right to life.
So, sir, right to 21A.
21A came because of the Unni Krishna judgment.
Okay, sir.
Article 21A came because the court was of the view in Unni Krishna's case that unless you are educated, you have no livelihood. And if you have no livelihood, you have no life.
Sir.
Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So that was it. So, very, very good answer. Let me ask you just one or two questions in economics before I pass it on to my learned colleagues. Have you read the budget, general budget this time, not Odisha budget, the general budget this
Sir,
time?
due to paucity of time, complete budget I have not studied.
Not
However,
necessary, not necessary. I just want to you to tell me what are the main priorities of the government in the budget, general budget. I'm not talking about the Odisha budget, I'm just talking about the general budget.
so the main priority areas are women empowerment, and then focus on farmers, and also focus on the middle class.
थोड़ा इसको पढ़ो. You please go through this. What is the prime focus of the general budget? It is not women empowerment. See, every budget has some clear priority. How is Narendra Modi's budget different from the earlier budget of Dr. Manmohan Singh? Just tell me, which is the area in which the budget of the present government?
So present budget, the government in
Not
present.
this budget.
Yes, sir.
I am talking in what way? It's a very important question. If you can answer this, you are through. You are getting into the civil services, IAS also. What is the single thing in the NDA government's budget which is a significant improvement over the previous budgets by the Congress government?
Sir, inclusive development.
Infrastructure, you are an engineer. Infrastructure, capital expenditure. Capital expenditure has doubled. Capital expenditure on roads, on railways has doubled.
So this is a significant amount.
This is the most important thing about
Capex.
capex. Significant, doubled. It was 12% of the central government expenditure in 2012-13. Now it is almost 23 to 24%. That is why you find excellent roads, excellent ports, excellent railway lines, all this slew of things. Now let's come back to the priorities. The first priority is employment. Provision of employment to 8 million youth. And there is a certain program they have mentioned. What is that program? They have said through a certain scheme they have mentioned.
Sir, employment link scheme has been
Employment linked incentive
Incentive
scheme. You get it. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
ELI. And there was some earlier scheme called PLI. What does PLI mean?
so it stands for product linked incentive.
Production linked incentive.
So,
What does it mean basically?
so basically through this scheme, the government provides subsidy to the firms which produce certain goods.
Not produce, exceed the production target. This subsidy is given for exceeding the target.
Okay, sir.
Tell me a sector where this has really worked wonders. You're an engineer.
So semiconductor sector.
Wonderful. No, what is the product? You're absolutely right. But there is a particular product because of that export has gone up 4 times.
Sir, as per the present economy, sir, mobile cell phone, sir.
Mobile export has PLI scheme means mobiles. इस तरह का थोड़ा सा link करना.
Sure, sir.
So 3-4 things remember before one is employment, second is skilling, upgrading the ITIs and all. So
Yes,
the government thinks that unless we upgrade the skill of the youth, it will be difficult.
So,
Then credit guarantee scheme for SMEs. Credit guarantee scheme. And fourth is agriculture productivity. So ये चारों बता दोगे ना तो खत्म. There will be no further questions. So they will know because you are not a student of economics. If you had taken economics, then I would have taken you deeper into the whole thing. But they would know that yes, this guy knows the priorities. Such a clear, na?
yes, sir. I'll read more about it. So I'll go back and try to learn.
No, try it. You will remember. You will do it.
Sure.
What is disguised employment?
Sir, disguise on employment basically.
How many categories of employments are there?
Sir, there are various types of employment.
Three types of employment. What are the three? Any idea? Or you simply answer this question. What is disguised employment? By just citing one example.
Sir, disguised employment is basically seen in the agricultural sector. Basically, more number of laborers are employed in a particular field than the number of actually required number of laborer in that
That's the requirement of laborers.
labor required. So, due to this, there is a kind of disguise that is not seen to outside. However, they are
In proportion to the laborers' engagement,
So-
production is not proportional.
proportional.
Production is completely reduced.
So,
Suppose 50% are engaged in the agricultural sector, so the output should be accordingly like that.
50%.
But practically,
that is much less.
that is 10 to 20%.
How much is it now? How much is it now? If you can put the number, I would really say.
Sir, agriculture presently accounts for 23%, sorry, 17%.
Absolutely.
17, accurate terms.
Ekdam pura. This is yes. 46% engaged in agriculture. 17%.
17%. Okay.
So,
You are a civil engineer.
So-
Supposing you will be qualified for OS.
so,
And in which manner your civil engineering degree will be beneficial in the OCS?
sir, I think civil engineering has a wider scope in serving the people in civil services. For example, subjects like building material construction. There we study about various building aspects Sir has also told recently, rightly,
Infrastructure.
I can focus on that. Sir, apart from that, there is water resources engineering. There we control the, there we study the.
Supposing you have been posted as video in a particular block,
So,
then in which aspect this engineering degree will be of much use?
sir, in as a personal, as a official capacity, as a BDO, there will be developmental activities like construction of smaller dams or check dams. I think the study, the thing that I have studied in my graduation, that will help in executing all those infrastructural developments.
In a better manner, we can also put it in this way. Now, around 30 to 40 crores of rupees is being released to a particular block, which remains at the disposal of the BDO. And out of that total amount, 70 to 80% of that amount is being utilized for construction purposes. And a BDO will have at its disposal 4 to 5 number of junior engineers, 1 assistant engineer.
So,
And what is the role of BDO? To supervise the works, to see whether the estimate has been properly done or not,
yes, sir.
whether schedule of rates, whether schedule of rates have been properly followed or not.
So,
Okay?
yes, sir.
There is a book named MP,
Measurement book.
In earlier occasions, BDO are likely to countersign,
So,
but nowadays the assistant engineer is countersigning. But finally, it is coming to the BDO to pass for payment. Before passing for payment, it is the responsibility of the BDO to ensure that what has been recorded in the measurement book has been practically done in the field.
so,
Since you are a civil engineer,
Sir.
know all the JEs, all the assistant engineers will have a pure psychosis upon you.
so definitely, sir.
Understand?
So,
Okay. You belong to Devagad. Which area of Devagad?
sir, I basically belong to a village called Karalaga.
Karalaga.
It is in Riyamal district.
Riyamal.
Sorry, Riyamal block.
Riyamal block.
So,
Okay.
so but I presently living.
There is a village near Riyamal block that is Budido and Barpali.
Yes, sir.
Do you know?
Budido I know.
Budido you know.
So,
Barpali?
Barpali, sir, I have heard, but I have never gone there.
Okay, thank you. What is Lalbati culture?
Sir, I think Lal Bati culture is the using of beacon on the vehicles by the civil servants.
By the civil servants?
Sir, up to actually those who are not assigned, that they should not be assigned to, they are using that beacon in their vehicle. Unauthorized use of that beacon. So I think that may be.
Why this Lalbati culture or use of a beacon light has come in the news recently?
Sir, in UPSC actually some allegation,
Pooja
Khedkar allegation is
What
going.
is the latest development in Pooja Khedkar's case? Latest development, you will tell.
So she has asked for anticipatory bail from the judiciary High Court, and presently investigation is also.
High Court has already given the order not to arrest Pooja Khedkar up to 5th.
So anticipatory bail.
Already given instruction and allowed her to freely roam anywhere. She cannot be arrested. These basic substances, she cannot be arrested.
So,
There are 3 acts under which FIR had been lodged by UPSC before the police. What are these 3 acts? Regarding forgery, fraudulent activities.
Anti-Corruption Act 1988.
No.
So Civil Service Conduct Rule
She
1960.
has not joined.
Sir, she was in training, as a training.
It is in the net, it is in the Google.
So,
Okay.
so,
But lastly I will tell.
so.
You can see this.
So you are Mr.
Om Prakash Behera.
OPSC OAS, you are from Devagad, na?
Yes, sir.
Did civil engineering from NIT.
Sir.
I am also NIT product.
Sir,
So in which year you passed?
sir, 2018.
2018, okay. Who is your HOD? No.
Sir, in my time, Professor Sahu,
Anyway, that
sir,
is not.
so I'm not able to
Okay,
recall
no,
his
no
name.
issue. So in civil engineering, have you read some portion of environmental engineering?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So have you heard Air Pollution Prevention and Control Act?
Yes, sir.
In which year it came?
AR Act, I'm not sure exactly, but 1982 or 81 was for
1981, correct.
sir,
1981
AR
is
Act.
correct.
Sir.
Water Act, similarly Water Act.
That also came around 84 or so.
No, 74.
74.
It came first. In 1972, when there was a climatic conference in Sweden,
Sir.
where Mrs. Gandhi participated
Participated.
or represented India,
Sir.
and she had told regarding pollution. There is air pollution, there is water pollution, there is noise pollution. But she told one unique thing, that poverty is also one part of
One kind of pollution.
So, Mr. Behera, can you tell what are the pollutants? In urban towns, what are the major pollutants which causes the air pollution?
So primarily PM10 and PM2.5 are the major pollutants. Apart from this, greenhouse gases like methane, carbon dioxide, and also nitrous oxide, nitrogen dioxide.
Where from this nitrous oxides, nitrous dioxide, sulfur oxides comes from?
So they basically come from the industrial release.
Anything else?
Also vehicular emit also.
Vehicular pollution also is coming out. So, how to control the environmental pollutant in urban air body?
So solution to this crisis needs a multifaceted approach. The approach should be by the government as well as in the individual capacity also. The government should regulate the vehicles and also try to implement electric vehicle by replacing the former BS4 or older versions. Also,
Number one is electric vehicles.
yes, sir.
Number two is
Plantation-like activities should be promoted by the government. Also,
one more is public transport.
yes, sir.
Public transport. Encouragement of public transport.
Yes, sir.
We all should
Depend
travel, in metro. There is no metro in Bhubaneswar, but in other metro cities you can.
Sir.
But in Bhubaneswar, like we can travel in public buses,
Movers.
public buses, buses, cycles,
So,
like that.
so.
You will be, suppose you will qualify video, you will be joining in many, as OAS officer, you will come across with different projects like suppose forest diversion. Suppose you want to go for forest diversion. Under which act of forest? You
Sir,
go for diversion.
Forest Conservation Act 1980 is the
Section
provision.
which section?
Sorry, sir.
Section
I'm
2.
Okay,
Section
sir.
2. Section 2 is the only section
That deals with.
section, under which a forest diversion proposal is to be applied. I think.
Okay. What is the Ice Age?
Ice Age. Sir, it was after the 13.7 billion years ago, the universe came into existence. After that, with some gap of time, there was a time when all the landmass and the water bodies were covered with ice. And that time we called that as Ice Age. But sir, actually I don't know the timeline of that.
10,000 AD. You can see it in between 10,000 to 50,000 AD. This
Okay,
period is called Ice Age.
So,
When the
10,000?
10,000 to 50,000 AD, BC no.
sir, AD, I'm not sure.
AD का नो एक पर AD चलती
उनको सही AD कौन से?
नहीं एक पर 2000 AD चलती ना
2000 AD जे उसका BC
हाँ BC
BC मु AD को that is BC.
So,
That is BC.
so,
अच्छा देखो लो जो सभ्यता संस्कृति
so,
मनीष प्रथमे ता मन में केबे आसला साहित्य गोटे साहित्य चिंताधारा
so.
प्रथमे ता मनीष भीतर केबे आसला केते वर्ष तळे
सर इतिहास आम जहाँ पढ़ुं आमर पालियोलिथिक कल्चर जो अच्छी से टाइम आम माने लेखापढ़ा किसी जान नथिले तो तो ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯାହା ଆମେ ଟୁଲ୍ କଲଚର ଚାଲିଥିଲା ଆମର ଯେମିତି ଆଲେଚିଆନ୍ କଲଚର ହେଲା ଟୁଲ୍ କଲଚର ଆମେ ଚାହିଁଲେ
approximately କେତେ ବର୍ଷ ତଳେ
ଆଚ୍ଛା
ଆମର ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ମଣିଷ ଭିତରେ ଆସିଲା ଯେ ଇଏ ମୋ ମା ଇଏ ମୋ ଭାଇ
ସାର୍ 10,000
ଭଉଣୀ
ସାର୍ ପାଖାପାଖି 10,000 ବର୍ଷ ତ
ଯୋଉଠୁ କି ଯୋଉ ଦିନଠୁ କି ସାହିତ୍ୟ ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହେଇଛି ଯେବେଠୁ ମଣିଷ ଚିନ୍ତାଧାରାରେ ଆସିଛି ଯେ ଇଏ ମୋ ମା ଇଏ ମୋ ଭାଇ ଇଏ ମୋ ବାପା ସାହିତ୍ୟର ସୃଷ୍ଟି ସେଇଭଳି ହେଲା
ମାନେ କଲଚର ଯେତେବେଳେ ଡେଭଲପ ହେଲା
ହଁ ଟିକେ ଟିକେ ଯୋଉଠୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଲା ପ୍ରଥମ ତ ମଣିଷର କୌଣସି ନଥିଲା ନା ତାର କିଛି ଲୁଗାପଟା ପିନ୍ଧିବା ପାଇଁ ପିନ୍ଧୁ ନଥିଲା ତାପରେ କେବେରେ ରହିଲା କେବେରେ ରହି ସାରିଲା ପରେ ତାର ଡିସ୍କ୍ରିମିନେସନ ନଥିଲା ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଥଟ୍ଟା ଆସ୍ତେ ଆସ୍ତେ ଆସିଲା ଯିଏ ଆସିଥିଲେ ଯୋଉ ସିଏ ହିଁ କହିଥିଲେ ଯେ 50,000 ବର୍ଷ ତଳେ ମାନେ ସାହିତ୍ୟର ସୃଷ୍ଟିଟା କେବଳ 50,000 ବର୍ଷ ମଣିଷର ଯୋଉ ବ୍ରେନ୍ ଯୋଉ ଫର୍ଟାଇଲ ବ୍ରେନ୍ଟା ସେଇଠୁ ହିଁ ଧୀରେ 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 ବଢିକି ଆସିଛି ଆଇସିଏସ୍ यस
सर होमो सापियन एक्चुअली जो स्टार्ट है
होमो सापियन
सब स्पीसीज तार जेतोला
हां से होमो सापियन तो आहुरी पूर्व ना होमो सापियन तो बहुत पूर्व
2 लाख वर्ष बाकी
2 लाख वर्ष होमो सापियन आसगला किंतु होमो सापियन टा तो केते पार्टनर कोन को
सर क्रोमाग सेटा 50,000 पाखा
यस से होमो सापियन टा से दिन हम डिस्कशन होता से पॉइंट ऊपर
क्रोमाग्नन मैन को आ जाए ताको जे
जो दिन ता मन भीतर प्रथम के छै मो मा से दिन साहित्य
So Prakash,
your performance is extremely extraordinary. You will definitely qualify.
Thank you, sir.
So now I have a couple of observations. There is no doubt in my mind that you will make it. Okay, you will also have a good position. But there are 2-3 things I thought I'll just mention to you. One is that you look a little unsure of yourself. Energy level you need to improve it.
Sure, sir.
Because there is a mismatch between the content within you and the expression on your face.
Sir.
Body language is extremely important.
Sir.
Body language should necessarily reflect your inner level of confidence, and confidence comes out of thoroughness. So you know a lot of things. So take energy to take better करो. How to get relaxed हो. Business. Be a little relaxed.
सर मते लागो छी यदि किछि माने भूल लई जियो त नेगेटिव
So see, I'll tell you very frankly. सबु बे गुड जिंस मन रखियो कि confidence is a function of thoroughness. If you are thorough and amore language रे किछि problem नहीं. But you don't have to speak in English. If somebody is very comfortable in Odia, it has a great advantage. आमे तो सो UPSC परीक्षा दउथलु इंटरव्यू दउथलु
English
हमरो फ्रेंड्स ऑफ माय जनरेशन आई कैन टेल यू आमे समस्ते बहुत कम मार्क दउथलु इंटरव्यू रे बिकॉज़ ऑफ आवर इंग्लिश माने many of us scored very very highly in written, but when it came to interview the scores were very low because you know our confidence level in English was quite poor.
Sir, so should I need to work on English as well?
No, you don't have to do that. But if you get into the IAS and all, then you need to brush up your English. But it's very confident. Okay, budget facility point.
Some पढ़ितले बाकी भूल जाई छी से गोडा.
Economics रे जो budget, Odisha budget, general budget, एटा ठीक पढ़ दियो.
Sir.
Current affairs जते important current affairs अछि. Make a small glossary of those events. International affairs मध्य जहाँ जहाँ important events अछि, prepare a little note. ताल कौन हो? ना you will be very sure of yourself. I was very happy the way you have understood polity, constitution. I was quite happy about that.
Thank you, sir.
किंतु सर टिके आओ ए जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजमेंट हला
सर से क्वेश्चन ने पछतन सर आपन को जो हमरो पूजा खेडकर जो एक्ट पर कहले माने जो तीनटा एक्ट जोटा जा अंडर से केसटा चल छी
टोटल डिसेबिलिटी एक्ट
सर
मल्टीपल डिसेबिलिटी एक्ट
सर
मल्टीपल डिसेबिलिटी एक्ट
मल्टीपल डिसेबिलिटी एक्ट कौन कहला जो को एमसी गलेगी
କଥା ହଉଥିଲି ବେବେ ବୋଲି କଣ କରିବି ଅଛି
अच्छा एथी गले नहीं हो जो सुश्रुत पर बोले
ଜଣା ନାହିଁ ସାର୍ ମୁଁ କଥା ହିଁ ବ୍ୟସ୍ତ ନାହିଁ
ଟୋଟାଲ ମଲ୍ଟିପल डिसेबिलिटी एक्ट से पॉजिटिव
सर
ମଲ୍ଟିପଲ୍ ଡିଜେବଲ୍ ଆକ୍ଟରେ କ'ଣ ହେଇଛି ନା 3 ବର୍ଷ